Welcome everybody to another World of Ability podcast. We are here every Saturday at 2 o'clock p.m. East, 2 o'clock Central, 3 o'clock Eastern. This show was started a few years ago on July 26, 2020, which was the 30th anniversary of the passage of the Americans with Disabilities Act, or the ADA, by then President George H.W. Bush. To give a special thanks and recognition to Marcus Hart of Transforming Media, Jay Story of the Disability Channel, Clayton of the Pack Channel, and Los Wingate of Wingate Studios. They're playing the show on their platforms. And we have a great crew of guests. We have Matt, John, Aaron, Leon, and anyway, so let's start here. So how about you go around and everybody sort of say who you are, what you do. So how about we start with Natan?
Sure. Time? 10 seconds, 30 seconds? How long do you want it?
Roughly 30 seconds. Yeah.
30 seconds, okay. No worries. Elite energy coach back in another life when COVID hit. I founded a not-for-profit private educational community. Through the last couple of years, we pivoted so that we can use AI and give our private invitation-only members a huge global spotlight with about a fraction of the cost, fraction of the time, and with considerably better results. That's me.
That was really good, bro. Let's get the pitch.
Matt, Harleen.
Hi, my name is Matt. I'm an artist, but I'm also a brain injury survivor. And that accident about 7.5 years ago, and while riding a bicycle, bumped my head pretty good, and ended up in the hospital. But I had to pivot my life into being something other than the engineer that I was. I'm now an artist, and I have recently been engaged with an organization in El Dorado County in California, Northern California, an organization called Images of Hope, and I'll actually be teaching a class for this organization on journaling with watercolors. And I know that it's not something that, unless you're in Placerville, California, or that general area, it's not going to be convenient for you. But definitely the Images of Hope program is a very worthwhile thing for.
Hola, I'm in Aloha. I'm Marianne of YKK. I'm the author and Apple game developer of the Acts of Kindness series, featuring 200 folk made animal puppets. Books are written for animation movies, soundtracked. Hawaiian artist Lucy and Wave. I'm currently in San Carlos, Mexico. My co-writer is in Guadalajara, Mexico, and we are working on the climate book. So we are uploading our new website, actsofkindnessseries.com, actsofkindnessseries.com. You can see the books and the flyers. And in Hawaii, Subaru is donating $5,000 to Donors Choose Hawaii Teachers in the month of August. So we have a new press, and I have been calling the Hawaii School for the Deaf, the Maui Schools, Department of Education, the past several days, teachers, principals to the schools, so that sign up and get copies of the books for ocean cleanup, anti-bullying, and we'll be having the climate change book also. And there's also coloring books. So we're partnering with Leon to bring these filters over to Maui, and Leon will be featured in Cool Acts of Kindness book with a character of a whale named Water Flow, the whale. And FLOW is the acronym for the love of water. So I'm really excited, and working on trips with Suzanne, and I'm in San Carlos, Mexico. So yeah, we survived the hurricane last week. Captain put the sailboat up for the summer. We're not sailing, and just beating the heat, staying in air conditioning, working online on some projects, and thank you so much for having us here, Emily and Kurt and Sue. And I did add you guys as a section on the podcast, so if anybody wants to join us, they can see our beautiful faces, and Leon, you too, and got you with Auntie Renee and Equus, and they'll be able to pick up books at the Equus Hotel in Hawaii down the road. So just trying to make everything happen, and again, fundraise for Maui Strong Schools and the community over there. So thank you so much. Adios.
Adios.
Hello.
Great. So, how do we want to start? So, Aaron, with you and Matt both having kind of a brain injury. Wonder if
Thank
could there
you,
be some
Matt.
kind of connection that
Believe it or not, now Mammy agree with this, but there's a fine line between your charm difference between brain injury, traumatic brain injury, and stroke. They're pretty similar, believe it or not. Many times I've been serving the stroke community for probably about 8-9 years now. And there's so many times I've assumed someone's like that they have soft edges like me, they have cognitive issues like me, they're very similar to me, but I come to find out they're trying to brain injury survivor like Matt. And the only difference, Matt, right, is their trauma, the way the injury occurs. Yours was trying to hit your head, right?
Yep, that's right.
Were you hit on your bike, or are you riding your bike?
Well, it's a long story. I won't go into it, but let's just say I had a collision with a pickup truck,
As I thought.
and I can't remember what exactly happened. The memory isn't there.
Yeah, I had a brain aneurysm. I remember I was in the hospital for 2 months now. I don't remember it. It's a blank.
Yeah.
So anyway, people don't really realize. I do what the stats are for TBI. How many people have TBIs? You know?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know what the stats are.
It's more common than this. It's more common than people think. It's like TBI or traumatic brain injury or stroke. And someone has every 40 seconds in the United States now. That's
And
great.
I'll bet 90% of all professional football players have a TBI. A lot of professional soccer players have TBIs.
Right, because soccer players are head doing the ball, and then we know then I felt they use helmets. And that I was watching the news the other day, and they were talking about TBI and NFL, and like you just said, majority of TBIs, and they're more likely to get Parkinson's disease. And now it's very common, but they really can't keep up with the way to make them not. The only way they can fix it, they think in the NFL, is teach the players how to hit without causing TBI. That's
I don't think it's even possible with that. It's part of the game, and people are going to get hit in the head because of the way the game is played. And the only way you can do that is you can change the game, and no one's going to like it.
Yeah. Be a pass. Can you imagine? It might as well wear a flag.
Well, yeah, and just imagine what rugby is like. They don't even have the helmets or the pads.
No. I mean, rugby, like those days. Go ahead, Marianne.
Well, will share with you too. I was hit by an SUV through a hotel lobby wall. So I suffered from hearing loss and neck and back. And, over the years, it's becoming more difficult to walk in my back. And so it's happening to a lot of people too, because I just got an email and I sent it to you, Emily, too. And Denise Vargas said Kevin Hart, the actor comedian, is in a wheelchair now. And actress, what's her name? Charlize Theron from South Africa is had an article too about being in these industries and the work and stunt work and all this stuff. Later in life, it's hard to sit and move muscles and everything. I'm having challenges with that now too, from signing. My arms hurt, my neck. It's just something that our careers put us into, being physically fit, but after years of repetition, it takes away. And Nathan, you can tell us a little bit about that. Share us with your energy with the Cirque du Soleil, the gymnast. I was in gymnastics in high school. I was in softball. I was a golfer. I sailed. My body is not a wonderland anymore. And I do Reiki. I do Reiki healing. I have Reiki on 24/7. I became a Reiki master with my deaf friend, and they're big into energy and raising the vibration. So tell us what about healing our bodies with your energy, and what you're doing now in your new profession with all these professional Cirque du Soleil people.
You guys are already doing so amazing from all the work that you've done and how far you've come. So that's wonderful. So very much applaud yourselves. It's an inspiration. And it's something that, could happen to anybody. And at the same time, you have to deal with it and move on with your life. And that's wonderful. So you guys are already vibrating at a wonderful frequency of abundance and happiness. And that's the best place to begin. And if you ever lower that happiness a bit, I suppose you could focus on gratitude. Gratitude is a great way to count your blessings, literally, and darn if that gratitude doesn't make you feel abundant.
So true, I mean, I had a mentor, spiritual mentor, and he told me, where your focus goes, your energy flows. So if you focus on the negative things in your life, the negative things that world don't look at the world, because it'll bring you down. But change your focus. Listen to that bird singing. Listen to that beautiful music, whatever. It shifts your energy. You're right.
The other stuff you can look at would be happiness equals progress. So if you want it to be happy and you haven't challenged yourself recently, you haven't overcome an obstacle that you didn't think you could overcome, you're going to have a hard time feeling happy. The more you do something that you didn't think you could do, challenge yourself in some way, and bite off more than you can chew, and then find a way to chew it.
Right.
If you can do that, then you're going to feel happy as punch. You really, really will. No matter what's going on, because you've moved forward. And where you were years ago compared to where you are now, doing so much better. So you should be happy as punch because you progressed.
It's somebody need to talk about that, because I knew Matt and I, who faced him also, and that's like Marianne did too, but life is
that can change your whole life. Just saying, I'm grateful, having gratitude. It can unbelievably change your life and keep you in a positive way, especially if the majority of your body is water and you're drinking water and saying these things and being positive. So I think you hit it about how your life can change and the energy and positive like that.
Yeah, I have to agree with you. It's amazing. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure Max has been through it, and I've been through darkness. That darkness of brain injuries. I never experienced such darkness energy before, but it was the there's a saying that inspirational. Be grateful as a man for miracles. I'm telling you, look at my life, look at people's life out there. If your gratefulness, it will bring miracles into your life, little miracles.
Yes, and am I on? Yes, I just want to share with you too the miracles that happened with us through the pandemic. We all had to lock down, reevaluate, and we started networking on happy neighborhood projects. And we're shown that, we can leave our legacy. And, I talk about hearing loss. We have 500 million people worldwide with a hearing loss now, especially military moms today being of service who can't hear their own children or grandchildren. And I suffer from tinnitus and vertigo, and grateful through ongoing chiropractic treatment, I don't have vertigo anymore. But we're sharing our legacy and sharing these different techniques that can help us all. And especially you, Matt, I got you to meet Dr. Ward. And what did you do? You created a beautiful portrait for Dr. Ward's daughter. You want to tell us a little bit about that, Matt?
Sure. So it's been about 3 years ago. Someone that has a daughter with a genetic, what do they call it? Genetic deletion. The genes in her chromosomes aren't right. They're not normal, whatever normal means. And she's got some significant different abilities. And I painted a portrait of her daughter and her son. together. And another one for a friend of hers, of a daughter that has a different kind of disorder. And she suggested I make a book about children with rare disorders and highlighting the things that they can do instead of focusing on how they're different. And so I painted a number of different portraits. I've got about 12 of them done. I'm still working on figuring out how to publish. The writing part of it isn't quite as easy as I would like, but we're getting there. And I did paint. Marianne introduced me to Dr. Ward, and I painted a picture of his daughter that's got cerebral palsy and is nonverbal. But there are things that she can do, and it's amazing to me how someone who's nonverbal has found a way to help her communicate. Just a little computer tablet-like screen that tracks where her eyes are, and she can look at it on the screen and have that with programming and software can help her say what she wants to say. And it's just amazing to me that you think of someone that can't verbalize their thoughts. They're not stupid. There are things that they can do, and that's the most heartwarming thing to me is they are everyone has their abilities, and if we focus on what we can do instead of focusing on what we cannot do, we'll just be so much more better off. I'd like to say, sometimes life turns you upside down, and when that happens, you got to do is you got to just turn yourself upside down again. If you land right side up, but at least you may not land the way you used to be. You'll land in a way that's right for you.
Matt, there's a way that you could get your book done, because I've written books. One was traditionally published, and that was a publishing house that did it. And at one point, I broke my thumb, like I snapped. And so you literally can't type a book with a broken thumb. And so I'm halfway through the book and I don't know what to do. And I already paid the publisher to, book. And so she just said, record it. Just put it on audio recording and I will transcribe that for you. And that was part of the service. And so I'm thinking there's got to be recording services that you could
Well, I can type just fine.
Oh, okay.
What my challenge is just getting the right words out. And I actually have someone who does ghostwriting that is helping me.
Oh, that's cool.
Editing.
That's awesome.
I've done that, but this last year has been kind of crazy because a year ago, after an MRI, we found that I had a tumor in my head. Benign tumor is called a meningioma. If you want to,
I have
one too.
I do. Yeah.
So they removed it, but they said it was a grade 2 out of 3 grades. So it's not the least, it's not the worst, I'm in the middle, but they still want to do radiation treatment. And I decided while I was doing the radiation treatment, I was going to keep a journal. Just do a painting a day, kind of to reflect how I'm doing. I posted that along with a little description of how I was doing, and I posted that on Facebook and Instagram during that time for a month. And I put it all together, and I got this book that I call, can you read that? Radiation Road.
All right, go.
That looks cool.
Self-published.
Wow, good history.
And so I've got I've got 56 pages worth of pictures and words, mostly pictures, and that I've had a number of people that I've met. So I've given away copies to radiation oncology clinics and other cancer clinics, and some doctors who deal with people like this. But it has, the posting that and sharing that on social media really helped people who have been through that before, to remind them of what they can do, what happened to them. And it also kind of opens up the eyes to others who've never been through brain radiation treatments, to see that, this is what people go through, and I'm not the only one. Kind of an education thing, but this also is what opened the door, connected me to people that do the images of hope, so that I can now spread this to other people and say, you don't have to be an artist, you don't have to be an author to write down your thoughts on a daily basis. So many of us need to be able to change our brains, whether it's a thing that from an indie or just our attitude. As I think you said before, I've had a friend of mine who said, what you think about comes out. It's all about your attitude. And you may not always have your dreams come true, but you certainly have opportunities to make your life better. Focus on what you can do.
Yeah,
Now I get
I'd
that.
like.
Sorry,
I'd
I mean, man, do you want to go?
No,
man?
I just wanted to show you, I'm uploading a video of me where I went into studio to record my book on Audible, and I'm uploading the video to this website it's called I Hope This Helps, and they're looking for people with videos for mental health to share your. So I'm sharing that with you guys right now because I'm uploading my video right now to them. So Matt, I think your story can help. I wanted to share with you too. I was introduced to NowSite and with AI, and it's been amazing. Within 3 minutes, it helps me create and define more of the story of the characters and writing songs, and it's been a real game changer. So it's it's possible to make them happen. And I was introduced to through Maury and Phil with Helpopedia that Kurt Friday mornings they'll be returning back to school, was DeepL, and DeepL is an app where I can translate my books now into 33 different languages. So it's amazing what technology is doing and making that happen. So again, we can share our stories, leave our legacy with the world, and again, hope this helps. So you guys put it in there, and I'm uploading my video right now. So glad that we're all sharing this information.
Right.
Marianne, maybe you and I need to talk.
Yeah, maybe we should, Matt.
I know.
So Leon, tell us what some of your events are coming up, Leon. Leon's doing some amazing events with the Hopi Navajo and Phoenix and fundraising. Leon, will you share little stories with us? Acts of kindness.
Yeah. As you know, we're working together. The Whale for Love of Water. We got an event coming September 16th and 17th in Sedona, Arizona. And we're going to have leaders from the Hopi and Navajo tribe at that event, because we're bringing water units to the reservation because they have water that's contaminated with arsenic and uranium from the mines. So they're actually getting cancers at 16 from drinking the contaminated water. And now we're putting water filters there, fundraising for water filters. And we also have fundraisers that we're going to be working on for Maui. And we'll probably need all of you guys' advice on what you just talked about today to help the people in Maui, because as you know, they're devastated and they need that advice that you guys were just talking about on this show on how to stay positive. And we want to bring that to the table as a package. So I'm going to suggest that we all stay in contact with each other and to get that great advice on how to deal with trauma and how to bounce back. So this is a beautiful call day to help not only being Navajo, who's been devastated, as you know, lives on the reservation with drinking contaminated water, but also the people in Maui that's going to need our help. And we're working with them. And I'm glad Mariana says she reached out to those schools. And Mariana, if you can let those schools and school teachers know that we do have right now 2 water units to some schools over there, and we'll fundraise for more. That'll be great. We're working with 3 water specialists because they have the benzene in the water along with a lot of other contaminants. So we, with our normal filters that we have that takes out viruses and contaminants, we couldn't put that in because of the benzene that's in the water and the other contaminants and viruses. So we're out, get a water sample to know exactly what's in the water, and then have the specialist design a special water filter. So if you do have that connection, Ariana, let us know, put us in contact with the teachers and the people that's in the schools, because we want to start donating the first water units to the schools in Maui.
So kind of, and sort of interrupt here. I know, Natan, you have to leave in like 5-ish minutes, but so before you leave, I want I sort of get your connection with able disabilities. I think you have somebody on staff that
Through
has
Kurt and through a Happy Neighborhood project.
So you want to say about anything about your organization and disability, that kind of thing?
Absolutely. I've been blessed enough to have people in my life with different disabilities that I was able to help out with, and people even on the spectrum for autism and such. In our organization, our chief technical officer and webmaster, the gentleman that does the onboarding for us, all in various stages on the spectrum and whatnot, and they get to see the world in different ways and catering to those strengths instead of focusing on where there's lack of that strength makes it a lot easier to work with people and move forward. So that's coming from, I live in that environment and work with those people. And that's where a lot of that comes from, just being able to human, be normal, and talk to people.
Love it, love it.
Did that answer your question a bit, Emily?
Well, yeah. So, is that the only person that's on your staff, or like how does your organization?
That was different people I was talking
about.
about.
3 different people. Okay.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's not just a friend of mine that I know. There's multiple people in our organization that have different things going on. I got people in various stages of, mental and physical health and distress, from cancer to various other illness and whatnot. You never know what happens in life. And when you surround yourself with support and community, it can just sometimes help you get through some of those hardest, darkest times.
Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, the thing that.
Well, I listen to Soul PGO free. I have it on my iPhone. I have it on my television. So we always want to raise our vibration, and we want to raise the vibration in Maui as well. The Hawaiian Islands, that was the heart of the Hawaiian Islands, but we need that worldwide, and just through COVID too. So there's different solfeggio frequencies to raise your vibrations, to rid virus. I was just listening one for my ringing in the ears, tinnitus, and boom, it just, I had a pop, I had a shift that happened. There's ones for my neck and my back. I sleep with it 24/7 now. And it's just amazing what it can do and remove negative energy and attract abundance within 15 minutes. I mean, it's just amazing of a mindset that can happen. And so, you know, I'm manifesting with the new moon to receive 2 separate grants through Awesome Foundation, $1,000 each, one focusing on disabilities and for the projects of the Acts of Kindness series. So, you know, so that's going out there to the universe, and we're working really hard on that so we can bring these good news to everybody. And again, partner with Leon with the books in the schools and the clean water filters around the world. And I
join us and donate for these water units. They can go to that website, www.waterfoundationwa.org.
You guys have all been amazing. I've got to run, unfortunately, but
Yeah, me too. I gotta go.
it's a pleasure to be here.
Hey, Nate, before we go, I'd love to get together with all of you sometime and host an energy show or something. Is this energy thing?
Emily's got my contact info. Reach out on Facebook. Let's chat.
Yeah, thank you guys. I gotta go too. I have gotta go.
Thank you. Let's all get together
All
and
right.
put a bundle package together about energy and how we can help. I think that would be awesome. So yeah, Emily got all the information. Mary Ann has it. Let's definitely do that, guys.
All right. Bye, everybody.
So speaking of bundles, Leon, I just want to share with you too, man, is pop-up books sent me an email, and they have bundles books for children with I'm trying to hard to explain. They're different colors, different races. They didn't have anything with sign language, so we submitted it to pop-up books, hoping that they will accept it. I made a nice cover. Co-writer Suzanne's impressed, so we're hoping a bundle package on pop-up books, which donors choose sponsors. So that's another alternative for you too, Matt. Books as well, or whatever you have out there too. So I just got introduced to that this week, and you know, hopefully we're going to be received to have a bundle package too, Leon, and then donors choose can support it.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Especially, we're working with some investors to open up these water stores across the country. And no, we'll probably end up working with your books, Mariana, because you have the water flow character that you're working with us on. We also just signed a contract with the Emoto Peace Project out of Japan. Familiar with them? They do the hidden messages of water, one of the best-selling books that was out there in the New York Times. One of the best sellers. So we're working with the Emoto Peace Project out of Japan, and then to tie your books in also, Mariana. I think that's going to be a great bundle package, especially with these water stores that we're working with, open up across the country. These investors that I'm working with, where a percentage of the funds go to purchase water for children around the world, for the poorest of the poor.
Say anything about your September 16th and 17th?
Yeah, and we'll be talking about all this, and I'll mention along on that event, which is September 16th, 17th in Sedona, Arizona, for the Hopi and Navajo Reservation Fundraiser Music event. That's going to be absolutely fantastic. And I'll talk about the Maui project that we're going to be putting a bundle package with on that, along with the water stores that we're going to be opening up. So I think this will be a great, like I said, to put in Mariana's package along with the Dr. Emoto package with the book, because it's all about the children. And once you educate the children, they can be goodwill ambassadors to educate the communities. So we're currently in over 40 different countries. And as Marianne said, we just got an award from the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation with one of our solar water units we designed in the museum for what we did in Bolivia. And now with this event coming up on the 16th and 17th, like I said, we can talk about this new bundle package on how we help the Hopi and Navajo along with Maui. So anybody know any school teachers or principals, we can donate these units we already have and that we're working on putting a filter out because of that benzene in the water. We would donate the water units. We have some airline stewardesses from Alaska Airlines that will actually deliver them for free, so we don't even have to shipping those water units. We just need to know if anybody know any school teachers, principals, where we can donate these water units to for Maui. So that's very important, I think. And like I said, they have this benzene in the water. So they're telling the kids right now that the school's opening up, I think on the east side, to not drink the water because it's the same pipeline that's in Lahaina. It's the same water that's going to the east side. So it's a big water issue on the island.
So yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, and like I said, you can also go to our website, www.cleanwaterfoundation.org. And if you'd like to donate for a water unit, you can. Or if you just want to help us any kind of way with anything that you can bring to the table, musicians, artists, any of that would like to work with us on the Hopi, Navajo, and Maui, we're open arms. So I think this is a good thing that we're all coming together and working together works thing.
Yep. Yep. Teamwork makes the dream work. So, Matt, I've liked your pictures that I've been online.
Oh, thank you.
So, are you continuing that, or was that just during the thing?
Well, so I did an intensive effort while I was doing radiation, but since I'm getting started teaching this class or doing this workshop for people with cancer or other trauma to do a watercolor journal, I've been keeping my journal, just a small little book with watercolor paper, and just doing something every day to kind of represent something that I've done or how I'm feeling. And so that's when the Maui wildfires happened, it reminded me of my own experience with fire when I was my art studio and house was burned down in the campfire, the one that destroyed Paradise 5 years ago. And I remember seeing the when I first was able to go and look at it after a month because the fire was just going just for a long time. I saw there was nothing left. And my first thought was, well, I guess that was the practice round. I get to start all over again. And then I thought of the song from the Disney movie Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
Oh, jeez.
From the ashes of disaster grow the roses of success. So I needed to be looking for the roses. So that's where those rosy roses from the ashes of disaster. There's roses out there someplace.
Yeah.
And so that's what I did that.
On what you're doing, and we definitely need your help. What you just said was amazing, and your experience, and people that don't have that experience and going through this disaster, like you said, the ashes of disaster, and to have that book, we definitely need to contact you, like I said, on our Maui project, and to get your teachings and your thoughts, because you've already been through it. Like you just said, losing a house, losing just the road that you've taken, like you said, with the brain injury. I mean, you are the professor of how to get out of a disaster. I mean, you just blown me away. I mean, I bring water to people around the world, and that's a big boost. But what you just did and what you're doing is totally amazing. So we definitely would want to get that book and the Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. I think kids need to know about that. I think adults need to know about that. I think this road that you have created is the success of bringing lives back. It's like, okay, I'm dead. It just brought me back to life. So I know I was on I had a meeting with the Maui Council last week for 3 hours, and people were crying. I just lost my business. Nobody's gonna come and book weddings over here. Water is contaminated. I lost everything. Like what you just explained. Now, how do you get out of that? How do you get out of hell and get a rope to get back to heaven? That's what you've created, the avenue on how to get out of that. So I think we definitely need what you just showed, those books, the promote what you just said, that whole thing. So we definitely need to get together and put you as part of bundle package for sure. Emily, you got his information. You got my information. We'll get in the chat deal, and I think your advice
Okay.
badly for both, not only the Maui project, but the whole Navajo project too.
Well, we've got all these people in Paradise, California, that have been through this, and they got a lot more experience than I do, but yeah, it's a good it's good to lean on each other.
Yep, that's right. No, I'm sending my info to you right now, and if you can send me your info, that'll be great.
Okay. Well, I posted my LinkedIn profile in the chat, and if you want to look at that, or my web page is there, and I'll leave my email as well.
Okay, if you send that email, that'll be great. Yep. That is wonderful. Yeah, I think you get a recipe on how to handle disaster and relief. I think you got, and I didn't even realize that till you said that, when you said, well, I went through all this, and those people haven't experienced that at all. So we definitely need your advice. And like you said, lean on each other, and for people that can show you the way. And that's what you're doing, showing the way. And I think it's going to be a lot of people that need that advice?
Well, it's hard. I don't know what it was about me that put me in a position where I could see that total destruction of that studio and think, well, I guess that was my practice round. I'm sure that there's not many people who could do that, but that's where we lean on each other and give each other comfort to understand that, okay, we can start over again, and it's going to be hard, but we can. From the ashes of disaster grow the roses of success.
That have to be our for Maui.
And something I did is, you see this painting that I did, all of that black stuff, all that black paint, that's made literally from the ashes of that studio. I took the burned wood, whatever wood was left over that wasn't just dust, and scraped it to a bucket, and I've got enough of it to last me my lifetime, I think. But pound it into powder and mix it in with it's called gum arabic to make it into water. And almost all of my paintings now include some of my art studio that burned out.
You are amazing. And it's like you said, nobody could bounce back like that. It's a special individual, and that's what you are. And to teach that to others, it's a God-given thing to be able to do that. It's a blessing. And I think we need your help, Superman, especially in Maui.
I'll bet there's a lot of artists over there in Maui that they should be collecting the ashes. They can include it in their paintings.
Exactly. That's what we're going to have to get, the ash collection.
Yes.
No, I'm going to put you on the email with the Maui City, and I'm going to explain that story. And if you can send that picture to me, I want to forward that to them. Okay. If you could on an email or whatever, if you could do an attachment of that picture, and I want to put you on that email with the Maui City Council. And I think this is the key, because like I said, I was in a meeting with them last week for 3 hours, and people were crying. People, they don't know what to do. It's like everybody's confused.
You're gonna cry for this month. That's what I did.
See what you saying? See, so you've been through it. It's like you said, this is not your first real. And to teach those people what is gonna be a huge help. I know it's one thing us saying, oh, here's some water units to go to the school, but I'll be emotional that they're going through. My home, I'm getting some water, but my home got burned down. My business got burned down. I'm through. What do I do with that? Drinking water is all right, but my mental thing is done.
All the artwork I had from high school was burned up.
Wow. No, I think you're the golden ticket for us.
That hurt. It still hurts. It still hurts.
Wow. No, we definitely need your advice. And yeah, I got your email address, and that painting and that saying you said with the chitty chitty bang bang, the ashes. I think they need that. And I want to forward that to them. And I'm working with the Maui City Council.
Okay.
You got the recipe. I'm telling you. You got what, as they say, that secret guarded family recipe that's now ready for the world. That's what you got.
Yeah. Well, thanks. I'll type up a message to you shortly, and we'll talk.
Hey, I'm so glad I was on this call. See what Emily and them doing? There's some beautiful stuff.
Do I have your number? I don't know that I have your email. I'll look. I don't see your email here, but there, I got it now.
I'm glad. I'm glad I could help some people today.
Oh.
Get connected.
You did amazing, Emily. You helped a lot of people. You saved the whole island.
Oh, good to know.
You did more than help the people. You just saved the island.
Oh, good to know. I'm glad I could help. That's what it takes. But
so I just want to share it's National Dog Day, so I just want to share, service dogs are amazing since we're on the world of ability, and our service dogs that are helping locate people, being companions, just reading articles. So thank you to our service dogs, and Captain Mary was on a couple weeks ago. Her and her family raised service dogs, so we appreciate everybody out there. Service dogs for the blind. So thank you, dogs, and have a doggone day. Thank you so much, Emily.
Thank you.